Hello and welcome to IndieX 2021. Today we have an action-packed day, and now we'll go for Riftbreaker from Exor Studios. And I am João Correia, with me Piotr Bomak. I'm sorry if not pronouncing correct. Hello, Piotr.
That was perfect.
How are you?
Hello. I'm doing great. How are you?
So, fine. So we have this long-awaited Riftbreaker. Can you tell us about it?
Of course. So the Riftbreaker has been our project that's been ongoing for the past 3.5 years, and it finally released in last month, October 14th. Riftbreaker is a base-building strategy game that mixes in lots of elements from other genres, because apart from base management, there is also crafting, survival, exploration. In the Riftbreaker, you are a scientist, Ashley Novak, and her job as a Riftbreaker, as the titular Riftbreaker, is to go to an alien planet, to Galatea 37, by the means of an interplanetary rift portal. The rift portal is only one way, and only Ashley can go through, so she will be alone on an alien planet, and her job is to prepare that planet for colonization, so build up infrastructure, power plants, refineries, factories, and the only companion that she has on her job, on her mission, is Mr. Riggs, the AI in her Riftbreaker mecha suit. So it's gonna be a tough job, because there are lots of creatures there that don't want Ashley to colonize their planet, but she is up for the job.
Is she? Let's see.
Well, that only depends on you.
Yeah, of course. So let's go with no further delay. Let me go through our game. So I will start a new campaign, right?
Yeah, I think that a new campaign might be good, because the campaign takes you really slowly and brings you up to speed.
Shall I do the prologue?
It's up to you. New campaign or prologue will be fine. Both serve kind of the same purpose. So prologue is more tutorial-like, and new campaign slowly brings you up to speed and all the elements of the game.
Now let's start by the new campaign. You will guide me through if I need some help.
Of course.
So Piotr, the game just released. How has been the reception?
The reception has been quite incredible, to be honest. We have managed to gather an incredible community around the game, and we have also got great... I mean, it's difficult for me to talk about this because it's unbelievable, really. We have a great score on Steam. It's 91% from over 6,000 reviews.
Whoa.
A lot of people enjoy the game, a lot of people play the game daily, and they are even creating mods for it when the game hasn't even been out yet for... Well, it has been out for a month, but there are already like 100 mods ready for it. And we haven't even released the map editor that we plan to give our players before the end of the year. So the reception has been incredible, and it keeps us really pumped to keep working on this and keep supporting the game long term.
Well, it does cater to some different niches that are all enthusiastic. So it's easy to see why it gets such a good praise, and it's very well done, of course.
Alright, so here we are on Galatea 37. So we land in the tropical zone of the jungle, and our job is to create our base. In order to set up the base, we will need some resources. So there are two basic resources in the game, carbonium and ironium, and they serve as your building resources. So all the basic structures are completed thanks to these two resources. But then you need to supply your buildings with power, and in order to do that, you need more resources. In order to get more resources, you need more factories. In order to get more factories, you need more power. So it's self-propelling circle that
but you're right.
results in you having a massive network of multiple facilities all around the planet.
Okay, I have my base established.
It will allow me to reconstruct if my armor is destroyed.
Headquarters construction is in progress. This is going to be our main base of operations on Galatea 37, our new home.
We have to protect this building.
So the next thing I should work on would be
Whenever I am critically damaged, there is no
my carbonium factory, right?
Yes, you need
That's
to get
basic training,
carbonium
Mr.
factories and
Riggs.
you need
Let's
to
focus
supply
on
them
the
with
less obvious
power.
things.
I am required to remind you of basic protocol, even if we've done
Plant
this.
biomass. Oh, I was not seeing this on the other version.
Require huge amounts
Oh yeah, there are lots of ways that you can solve the problem of supplying your base with electricity. So you can use renewable
Wind turbines are
energy
less
sources
effective,
such
but
as
they work around the
wind
clock.
or solar
Carbonium
panels,
power plants are
but
very
you can
effective,
also
but they
go
use up the deposits that
into
they are placed
biomass.
on.
So for example, if you cut down trees or grass,
Use a combination of these
all
power
the
sources.
plants are destructible and you can harvest them in order to get more power sources or more fuel. Then yeah, you can turn that biomass that you gather into electricity, and that will help you sustain your base. You need to remember though to connect all buildings to your power grid with energy connectors.
As I just did,
Exactly.
I set the connection here.
Not enough plant biomass.
So
Ashley, I'm sure that our presence will not go unnoticed. We should build up
And
our
this
It-
thing
base
will
as
keep.
quickly as possible.
Yep.
it will harvest immediately when I destroy the plants.
Standard protocol advises to set
Yeah,
up walls
the
and
thing,
separate
the little
towers
green
around
things
the
you
base.
pick up,
However, don't expect
that's
as much aggression
plant
from the
biomass,
native
and
fauna
it's
as in
automatically
civilization.
transferred to that building, and it will keep working until it runs out of biomass. So if you just keep slashing down trees and grass, it will keep on pumping electricity forever.
Okay, now I have to build 6
The
towers.
environment in the simulation is very
ASAP.
accurate. That's true. But the scenario was crafted by
ASAP,
Riftbreaker
yeah,
Command.
because there is
They
an incoming
usually
attack.
focus
The
on
creatures
brute
have
force aspect of these missions.
discovered that you are present on their planet, and in order to defend yourself, you
Never
need
give
a
up,
couple of
do
towers.
you?
So, but I do not have
Okay, Mr. Stubborn.
Iron.
I guess it won't
Ironian.
hurt to set up some
Don't have
solid
ironium
defenses,
just yet.
Just in
Yeah,
case.
so we will need to find some in order to get it.
You're welcome, Mr. Riggs.
Oh, I love the minigun.
It's actually just a small machine gun. The minigun that we've got is even more pleasant to use. But that's an advanced technology, and in order to get that, you need to do some research, you need to craft it, because, you know, you don't find weapons in the game. It would be quite strange if an alien just dropped a machine gun for you. So
Yeah.
instead, they drop resources that you can use to craft new weapons.
Okay. And, how about the ammo? Can I recharge my weapon as I go?
Yes, in order to get more ammo, you need to build an armory building. And that also requires some ironium.
Nothing's for free.
Nothing is for free, yeah.
Where is random placing the mines, right? The deposits.
Yes, all the maps in the Riftbreaker are randomized. So we create tiles that we like. They are essentially like puzzle pieces, and we create only those puzzle the random map generator stitches those puzzle pieces together, creating unique maps. And then we fill them with randomized props as well. And that makes you have a slightly different experience every time you play.
Okay, that's nice. But it would be even nicer if I did find the deposit.
You are guaranteed to find some in the starting radius around where you landed. So if you walk around a bit, you're guaranteed to find some ironium.
What's that cruising
Or
my
you-
map? Oh,
Yeah, just one of the random events that happen from time to time. Just a random comet flying by. Nothing to worry about. Just yet.
just yet.
Just yet. There are loads of events that happen. There are tornadoes, hailstorms,
Oh, okay.
regular storms, acid rain,
Ashley,
but
I
also
strongly
things like
advise you to
a
construct
comet
armor.
passing by.
It will allow us to craft new weapons and upgrades, and also
So
And
I
there
did.
is some ironium here.
Yes,
other usable items.
there I go.
And it will produce.
So what we
ammunition
would
for
need
your
to do
guns.
is construct
Yes,
some
that is an
ironium
important
factories and then connect them to our power grid back at the HQ.
From here to the HQ?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can also give them their own sources of power. So, for example, you could build a couple of factories here and then some wind turbines.
Let's do that.
Alright, so we have 2 ironium factories, and they are going to consume quite a lot of power because it's, I think, 20 power per one. Yeah, you will need 6 wind turbines to power this setup.
I'm being a bit messy with
Not enough carbonium.
my
It's
layout.
alright.
Not enough carbonium.
You know, the Riftbreaker is kind of a game about experimentation as well, because there is no right or wrong way to play this. You learn as you go, really. So even though it might be messy at first, then it's going to get better as you learn.
3, 4, 5, 6.
And then one of the factories, I think, is not connected to power, so let's just make sure that we have enough energy connected.
One of the factories.
All right. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. No, it's quite okay. I'm on a bit of a delay, so I
Okay,
thought
okay.
that one of the factories was not getting enough power.
It was not until I built that last tower there.
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay,
I
and
asked
now
you.
this will.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and now these will keep pumping out ironium for us, and that we can use to build our towers and our armory. That will regenerate the ammo for you.
Okay, I should build that on my base. Not here. So Piotr, I was asking you before, but offline. It's an amazing feat since you told me your team is only 15 people doing
Yes.
this game.
Yes, we are a team of 15. For the most part, for the longest part of development, there were only 14 of us. But towards the end, we felt the need to expand to get someone who would do testing full time. So we were joined by Hubert, our newest colleague. So yeah, there are 6 programmers, 4 artists, 4 graphic designers, and the rest of us do jobs related
I
to
guess you were right about
design,
setting up more
marketing,
defenses.
management.
We'll have to handle
It's
this
basically
ourselves.
a
Remember to use repair kits if necessary.
you know, and in such a team, you often have to do multiple jobs at once. You need to be a cleaner, a CEO at times. It's all very interconnected. So it's kind of difficult sometimes to
to go through all the functions in the same day.
Yeah, exactly. But we do our best. Your base is doing very poorly on power since you run out of the biomass.
Yes, I stopped.
Advise to...
I got distracted and I stopped destroying plants.
It's okay. It's okay.
I need another resource.
The first attack is just going to be a warning, you know, a warning from the planet that you are not welcome.
Just the poking. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
they are. Oh,
You
they are
should be
distracted.
fine.
Are you still
I got
skeptical
distracted.
about the local creature's level of aggression?
I'm skeptical about the procedures for prepping this planet for colonization. Humanity lost its love for nature after the Yellowstone eruption.
Oh,
But
they
that
destroyed
doesn't mean we
everything.
shouldn't try to preserve this ecosystem.
Earth is barely habitable at this point. We have to secure Galatea 37 for colonization
Not
and resource
everything.
extraction.
Okay,
as soon as
I
possible.
will go
Excessive care about the local environment is
with one
unnecessary.
factory for a bit.
That's
Just take
not
care of my
entirely
base.
true. Other rift-breaking missions
I should
have
have
already
also
secured a
there
number of
some
resource-rich
defenses.
planets for humanity. We're not on the brink of
Let's take
extinction.
care about. Let's pay attention to energy first. Without energy, you cannot maintain your defenses. So build some solar panels, some energy storages, because obviously solar panels don't work at night. But when you have energy storage that goes
I know
along
it
with
has to
solar
be done.
panels, then you
That's not the
can
point.
collect
Galatea
lots
has
of
to be
energy
prepared
during
for
the day
colonization.
and then
I
use
don't
it
doubt that.
throughout the
If
night.
I didn't come here
Okay,
myself, then
let's
someone
bring
else
us
would
some
have. I believe that we can do
energy
this
storage.
in a better way. We have to defend
solar
ourselves
panels.
and secure the necessary
are up.
resources to set up the rift station.
And
But
I
we
would
don't
like to have
destroy
an
all the
armory.
wildlife we
Is that
encounter.
right?
Humanity doesn't
Yes,
need another
armory is
shut-down
correct.
factory world. If we want to progress as a species, then we should study this planet and learn how to
need
blend with the
carbonium.
environment and prepare a safe home for humanity.
Okay, and after this building gets completed, then you will be able to regenerate your ammo. However, this armory will consume, as it's working, it will consume one carbonium and one ironium per one cycle or per second. So you need more than one factory of each. So we need to get more factories. The factory must grow.
Great headquarters building.
Power
as well.
generation is back to normal.
Yes, that's your long-term goal, but I wouldn't advise upgrading it right now
Just yet.
because, yeah, upgrading the headquarters brings out a very strong attack. So you might want to wait on that until we have some walls set up.
Okay, I will still be short on energy probably.
We can now use it to craft new
Yes. So in order to get on top of that, you will need still more. You will still need more panels. But you know, as you get more factories, you can build more panels because you get your resources faster.
Okay, let's harvest some natural ingredients like this, the old-fashioned way. Some energy, so I can have that up and running.
Yeah, and as you cut down the trees, you also get other things than just biomass. You sometimes get random piles of carbonium as well. So it's quite worth it.
It's really real farming.
Oh yeah.
Someone is saying, come on, Void River, explain him how resources get collected faster.
Well, they just mean that if you build more factories on one deposit, then you can speed up your resource production.
Okay.
But I guess that, you know, I don't want to explain everything to you. I want to see how you discover the mechanics behind the game.
Okay, I want to do this. I will
It's
go
it's
here.
also important for me from, for example, game design perspective, because I want to see how easy it is to get a grasp of those mechanics. So, as you are building more Ironium factories, you will need to get some more power. Exactly.
Yeah, I did.
See, you're learning already.
I did so, but I do need to harvest again. I'm already short on resources again.
We'll get there, we'll get there.
Also, I'll get resources from killing the creatures.
Exactly. Sometimes, I'm sorry that my voice gets a little wonky, but I'm a bit under the weather. It's start of winter here, basically, and things got really cold all of a sudden, and I have a bit of a cold. So yeah,
No worries.
What was I going on about? Killing creatures, yes. Sometimes we laugh that attacks that come to your base at the beginning are just an express delivery of resources because they are usually not a very big threat, but they can drop quite a lot of useful things for you.
Can I still manage one tower here,
Ironium
maybe?
storage is full. Build more
I mean,
storage
go for it, sure.
Let me see.
Just make sure to connect it to power.
Well, it should be. It's right beside the...
It is. Yep, that's correct.
Okay, let's check
Everything should be working here.
storage.
Oh,
But I
it
have
seems like these are not getting quite enough power, so I guess one more wind turbine there should do the job. Because those towers that we built, they have their needs for energy for upkeep, so they don't consume any ammunition. But in order to keep working, they need to be supplied with some electricity, and the amount of electricity that we had was just enough to power the factories. So we always need to balance consumption and production.
Okay, now the game is out and it's faring very well, as you said. What's the expectation going forward?
So we have a couple of plans regarding support long term. We expect to release a detailed roadmap later this week. But what I can tell you right now is that one of the first things we are going to do is to release our own tools that we used to create the game, like the level editor, the model editor, the editor for all the loot tables, research trees, etc. In order for people to create their own content, to create mods that are even more complex than they are right now. And I have to admit that some of the creativity of some of the modders has really blown us out of the park, because when the game was in beta, when the game was in just the prologue version, there were already mods for it, and people even managed to create their own game modes, like fighting against buildings that were spawning creatures. It was just incredible. So that's the first thing going forward. We have a plan for expanding the game with some additional content. And what we usually do, what we did in the case of our previous game, Exmoor of Defense, worked very well for us because so what we did was release DLCs, but alongside the DLCs, we always released some free update. So all the core mechanics are free for everyone, but if you want to experience the story aspect of the game, then that's in the DLC. And so we have a couple of ideas for DLCs. We have some quality of life upgrades that we really want to implement. For example, a screen with all the statistics, a screen with all the in-game economy, so that you have easier control over the game.
That sounds good.
And of course, the biggest request of them all, we are working on online co-op, and we expect it to be ready in like 6 to 12 months.
Oh,
So that's going to be the biggest update of them all.
okay, that will be a game changer.
It will be, it will be. And of course, you know, before all that happens, we are doing lots of patches, because when you launch the game, you suddenly run into situations that you have not considered were possible before. Lots of bugs come out, and we found out about a lot of things that we didn't know, so we have patched the game several times already. We have included several quality of life fixes, so we are going to be introducing even more as we go forward.
So, Piotr, do tell me, I have storage problems now.
Yes, storage problems, because your storage is full, and in order to expand it, you need to build solid material storage. It's a building that's available in the construction category, the one with the shovel, or the resource category, the one with the shovel in your menu.
Solid material storage. Yeah, there you go.
Solid material storage. Okay, great.
So there's a tech tree, right?
Yes, there is a tech tree. There are several tech trees, actually, because one tech tree are things that are related to your base, so better buildings, better technology for your base. There are buildings that relate there are technologies that relate to your mech. That's the second tree. So better armor, better weapons, movement skills. For example, you can teach your Mr. Riggs how to jump, and other sweet things. And also there is the third technology tree that connects the previous two, but
The reign
it's
is over.
alien research. So those are all the upgrades that you discover, or that you invent after seeing some things that were previously impossible on Earth, but thanks to some discoveries on Galatea, they become possible. So things like railgun towers, for example. You only get those after researching some Galatean minerals. So that's the basic construction of it.
But you don't get to access those right in the beginning. I cannot...
No, you don't. You don't. Before you get to access the tech tree, you will need to expand your base a little bit. You need to upgrade your headquarters, build a communications hub, because communications hub is the building that enables very slow, but still a download of blueprints from Earth.
Okay, just let me check. Okay, sorry. I was just checking the commentaries if we see... So now I should start walling my buildings, right?
Yeah. You should decide how big your base, how big you want your base to be, how much space you want. You can use some rocks as natural defenses, and try to create bottlenecks for creatures. It's always easier to defend a shorter piece of wall than just wall in an empty space.
Speaking of which, I just picked the place right in the middle with no walls to back up on.
You know, sometimes sometimes you have to play with the cards you're dealt with.
Carbonium
It's
storage
also
is full.
possible to defend
We should
this
construct more
this
storage buildings.
this location. You can always build several layers of walls. Plus, you know, there is no limit to how many buildings you can build. So,
Oh yes, there is. Don't lie to me. It's related.
limit.
It's related to my supplies. I do not have supplies. I cannot build them. No,
Well,
I was joking.
you are setting that limit to yourself. Just build more factories. When you build more factories, you get more resources. When you get more resources, you can get more buildings. And, you know, that's the only limit.
Okay, let's do something from here to there.
I see that you really enjoy cutting down grass and vegetation.
Yeah.
I always like the area around my base clean as well, so I understand you 100%. That's a long wall you're building there.
Yes.
Nice.
Ironium
I
storage
like
is
it.
full. Build more storage facilities.
Expand aggressively.
I want to create a corridor too. To the
Interesting.
mines, to the mines. Well, I might have gone a bit too far with this. I spent all
You know,
carbonium.
this wall is going to be expensive, yeah. So what I can recommend is getting more carbonium factories. We have only 2 carbonium factories working for us
Three.
next to our headquarters. 3?
Yes.
Oh, there is the third right there.
Yep.
3 is still not a lot. Let's get more.
Yes, sir, I will. There we go. Another one. Now I have to build a plethora of energy thingies. Let's go with the wind.
That's the way things go, yeah.
Okay.
Somebody said Great Wall of China. You know, Great Wall of Galatea is one of the achievements in this game, and it requires you to build the same length of walls in the game as the Great Wall of China. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I started my job up to that. Okay, that should suffice there. I'll just...
You built an extra storage instead of an extra factory. So we need extra factories, not storage. Storage we have plenty of.
Ah, come on. Well...
Yeah, this will work much better.
Well, since I love walls so much, why not have them here as well?
Of course. And remember to also build gates into your walls.
Oh, on it already.
Great.
Like I told you, I'm anxious to have a day off just to be playing this game by myself with no one around.
I hope you get it. I hope you get it because there's plenty of things to explore here, and the game is really expansive. It can, depending on the way you play and how fast you are and how efficient you are, it can take from like 15 up to 60 hours. So
15 to
it
60?
depends. Yes, it depends on how fast you play and how many things you want to explore. If you want to explore every map, discover everything that there is, it can take 60, 70 hours plus. But if you really want to just complete the main plot of the game, then you can do it pretty quickly.
I will go slowly for sure, since I like to harvest everything around.
Oh yes, and later on, apart from just harvesting, you get to complete a database of all the creature species and plant species that are here on this planet. So you can scan things and learn more about them, learn their weaknesses, their strengths, find out which weapons are good against them, which are not really good. So yeah.
So besides all that we still have this bar with skills, not skills in this case, they are equipments that we have. For
Yes,
regen, mines and all that.
Yes, there are plenty of consumables that you can use. We can also... you will get more as you progress in the game, as you develop your technology. You will get grenades, you will get different movement skills. Like I said, you can have... you can teach Mr. X how to jump, you can have emergency explosions, you can have gravity grenades, gravity mines, and these are all the things that you want to have quick access to. So yeah, there is this quick hotkey bar, you put things right there and you have access to them.
Well, the jump sounds that will be one of the main skills.
I love the jump. I mean, jump into the middle of the pack of angry creatures. Of course, jump or landing of the jump causes some damage. Creatures are destroyed. You have fun. What's not to love about it?
Yeah, that sounds lovely. It does sound what I want to see.
Danger. Hostile creatures
Okay,
are
let's have
approaching our
one
base.
attack.
Get ready for battle.
This will be soft, right? Since
Should be. It shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, you have an indicator where the attack is coming from. We have
Build more storage
quite a
facilities.
lot of towers actually, so we should be good. You can try placing down some landmines before they arrive to.
I could just plant one.
There is a cooldown on landmines, so you can plant one and then you have to wait a little
Base
bit
is under attack.
before you get to do the second one. Okay, you're doing good. You're doing good.
So you see, the storage was not enough.
Oh, it had no walls to protect it, but the rest did a lot.
No, I was saying the storage.
Oh, storage.
Yeah,
Storage.
I did storage before by mistake, but already I'm
Okay.
stuffed again. I should
Yeah,
be
because
spending
when you-
more resources, right?
Yeah, when you stop building and start fighting, then storage fills up pretty quickly. And it's always good to have... I mean, it shouldn't be the main focus, but it's good to have some available as a reserve. Like, for example, in this situation, you still want to focus more on building extra towers, like you're doing right now, extra walls, because
I'll be
it's
hit
better.
again.
Yeah.
Ah, no! I don't want... Okay,
What happened? I didn't see it yet.
I just made a big wall that I didn't want to do.
Oh, I see. I see. You can sell buildings using the tools that you have in the building menu.
Sell
It's
tool.
the furthest option to the right.
I'm on it.
Yeah, and here you have options to repair, upgrade, or sell buildings, and you get your full price back, so you don't lose anything.
Really? You'll always get full price back?
Unless the building is damaged, then you get a percentage of the cost.
Okay. So now I should upgrade this, right?
You can
Immediately strong attacking
go for
come.
it.
We should reinforce
Yeah,
our
go for it,
defenses
go
as
for
much
it.
as we can. Things are going
We'll
to
see
get
how
really
that goes.
very soon.
I figure this will not go well for me. What do I miss? AI cores. Alright, let's do some more of those.
And remember that AI cores consume quite a lot of power, so
Yeah,
you
do power.
also get more power. Yep.
Okay.
I am glad we are back on the same page about properly securing our base.
We can't save this world if we let it kill us. Hey, Mr. Grumpy?
Why do you insist on calling me names?
I hope you're not offended. Are you?
No, that would be inefficient.
Come on, Riggs. Let's not be so serious. I had to give you a better name than what they called you.
Rig Jump and Exploration Megasuit Mark IV Griffin variant. What is wrong with that?
Oh, this is hefty price
Inefficient.
in energy. Okay, let's...
Oh yes, yes, and you need to keep on expanding, and then you get access to more advanced power sources. Like you can get geothermal power from geothermal vents. You can get nuclear power. You can even get fusion reactors going, and you will need them. You will need a lot of energy to open up a portal back home, because that's essentially the goal.
Oh, okay. And this is something I didn't do yet, but I can repair my buildings.
Yes, you can press R, or you can select the repair tool from the
I can sense the
tools menu, and that will give you the option to repair buildings.
Very close.
You can also get automated repair towers
We
later
made all
on.
the preparations that we could. Let's go out and meet them.
Okay.
Our towers are low on ammo. Build more ammunition factories.
Base is under attack.
I need to go there. I needed a portal there.
Oh yeah, you can totally build portals. I even forgot about this. You can build portals so that you can move quickly around at the base. Hey, the wall is doing its job.
Enough ammunition to operate defensive
The towers are doing their job. It's looking good so far.
We should start downloading new blueprints so we can construct more advanced buildings and items. Build a communications hub as soon as possible. Under attack.
Okay, let's remember to build some
Well,
additional
I
power plants for
think
it. It consumes a lot
might
of energy.
start being wrong.
Our towers are low on ammo.
I think it
Build more
It'll be
ammunition
good.
factories. Wall destroyed.
Oh, they are here as well.
Threat neutralized.
Yes, the plant,
This will buy
not
some
the
time
plants,
until the
the
next
animals,
attack.
the creatures,
Let's check
they
what's
get
new after the
smarter
HQ
and
update.
start attacking you from different sides as well. So you need to be prepared to defend yourself on all fronts. But hey, you see, you did it. So it wasn't that bad after all.
Well, I think the next one will take me out, but this time I'll do differently.
Exactly, and that's the way you play the Riftbreaker. You build something, you see whether it works or not. Then, if it fails, you rebuild it, but better this time, and you improve as a player and as a Riftbreaker. I see you set up a perimeter wall before your main wall. That's also a nice idea to create a buffer zone.
Okay, I would like to go past there.
Oh, unfortunately, you just stumbled upon one of the bugs that are currently being fixed. I'm very sorry about this.
It's the gate?
Yeah, it's the gate. If you sold it, I think that would clear the wall. But just build a second gate that's next to it, and then you'll be able to pass. Sorry about this. It's very embarrassing.
Well, it
It's hard to
happens.
see anything in this fog.
It happens. It
It's
happens.
also
We're
affecting our
working on
solar
fixing
panels and
things.
wind turbines. We have to wait it out.
And we
with
have.
energy.
I see that there is another weather event coming in, a fog. Fog affects your power generation because it slows down the wind turbines. It slows down the solar panels. So there is lots of things to take care of in this game. And there are also different biomes that you visit, and all the different biomes have their unique weather events that affect things differently.
I would like to showcase some more, but I doubt that I will be able to get to another biome.
Yeah, it's I don't think it will be possible in such a short time. As I said, it takes quite a lot to expand and visit those other biomes. You need some new technology because they get a bit harder because you need to fight some environmental hazards as well. You need to do a bit of research before you get there, but the game guides you through the entire process.
Okay, one thing I would like to show, but I don't think it will happen. It would be the tech trees, but I believe
you would have to build a communications hub, and then you could do it.
Can we do it? Let's check.
Yeah, you can.
Base efficiency is back to normal.
Okay, communication hub. Let's do this. I'll go back there.
Communications hub construction in progress. We can download all the technology blueprints that we need through this building's quantum entanglement template matrix.
It's a pity that
Okay,
we
2
can't
minutes to
upload
go
anything back to
there.
Earth.
Yes.
There's so
And
much
from the
data to be
communication
gathered
hub,
here. I can't
I
wait
will
to
have
start
access to
collecting
the
these
tech
specimens.
tree.
Yes.
We will be able to share
Okay.
all of our
Communication
research
hub
data
allows you
as soon as the
to
Rift station is
connect
operational
back to
and the
Earth
Rift back to Earth
and
is being upgraded.
download
Let's
the
focus on
technologies that
that
other
first.
Riftbreakers have already prepared for you. Once you build an alien research laboratory, then you can conduct research on things that have never been seen before and create your own inventions.
Okay, I'll just try to build one tower or two around here. So something is wrong here.
I'll need to see what something is wrong here. Okay, this factory has ran out of carbonium.
Oh, the
So
deposit.
the factory can only mine what's underneath it. So when the factory runs out, you need to sell it and build it back, build it again on a spot where carbonium is still available.
Roger that.
The communications hub
Okay.
construction finished. We can now use it to
We are
download new
online.
technologies.
So finish
Yeah,
objective.
when you select or actually when you press the O key on your keyboard, then you can access the technology tree.
Well, it has a lot of places to go.
It does. It does have a lot of places to go. However, you don't need to go everywhere at once. You can take your time, read through all this stuff, and also the game will lead you towards certain technologies that you need to discover in order to progress further. And also another bonus when you get to higher levels of your headquarters, because as you remember, you upgrade your headquarters to level 2. When you upgrade to level 3, you can get more communication hubs. That increases your research speed. You can upgrade your communication hubs. That increases your research speed even further. And you get to really download all of these things in no time.
Okay, and these tech trees, they are not exclusive. I mean, if you opt for one way, you will not lock the other way.
No, not at all.
Another fashion.
You can totally have all the technologies in one playthrough.
You can mix and match to your heart's delight. Right.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, it's a lot of information, of course. But
It's
also,
not easy to digest in one sitting. I know.
blaster, shotgun. Well,
Yes, this
I
is
wanted the
crafting
minigun.
screen. No miniguns yet.
No
but
miniguns,
There are
they-
miniguns. There are miniguns.
Okay, and Piotr, I think we are almost through our time. Is there any message that you would like to leave to our viewers?
Be sure to check out the Riftbreaker. We have a free prologue on Steam. So just check out the Riftbreaker prologue. And if you like it, add it to your wishlist. Tell your friends that the game is available. And yeah, we'll keep you updated with new patches, new content, and eventually also multiplayer.
Hello, just let me add, you can, besides wishlisting, you can already buy it.
Of course,
And
you
have
can already
it.
buy it if you like it. Exactly.
Well, Piotr, it was really delight to have you here. It's really nice game. You guys
We can
are
use it to download new technologies.
should
great
start downloading
with this game.
technologies as soon
I
as
hope you all the
Our loadout
best.
for the Rift included only some
And I
basic
wish I will
weapons.
be playing and I can give you a full review soon enough
Please
from the
do.
game.
Please do.
That's it. Stick around. We'll be right back with another incredible game. Once again, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks.